सब्सक्राइब कीजिए टेक्निकल फ्रेंड चैनल को और बेल आइकन को दबाइए लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी वीडियोस
5-inch edition of the 4K HDR capable Xiaomi Mi TV. You guys expect in a giant box with some plastic locks keeping the TV safe. Unlock those, then you get to open the box itself. After pulling out mountains of bubble wrap and styrofoam, we finally get to see the TV. It looks incredible, but we'll get to that later. First, here's the remote, simple and minimalistic. In fact, that seems to be the theme for this entire TV. These are the stands, quite sturdy and heavy. I mean, they have to support the weight of such a ginormous panel, right? So let's turn the TV on now. The Mi TV is exceptionally thin. In fact, at its thinnest, the panel is just 4.9 millimeters. Let's now check out the ports on this guy. They're tucked away at the back. We have the usual ports for audio-video input. There's one for optical audio, and then there is an antenna should you want to connect it and watch Doordarshan. You probably are not gonna, but it is nice when a company provides all the options. Oh, and of course, there's the Ethernet jack. There's built-in support for 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi as well. Moving on to the right of those, we have 3 HDMI ports along with 2 USB ports. I'd have loved to have them both be USB 3.0, but sadly only one is. But it is kind of understandable given that some accessories, especially for TVs, might have trouble with USB 3, so Xiaomi's kind of played it safe here. Now underneath the TV, we have a clickable power button. So that about wraps it up for the TV, the placements and all that. The remote, as you saw earlier, is pretty simple. We have a clickable center button, 4-way nav button around it. Below we have the regular Android navigation keys. It's kind of weird to see the home key to the left. You know, we're so used to the home key being at the center, but over here the home key is to the left and the back key is to the center. So that weirdness. So looking further below that weirdness, we've got the volume rocker. So enough with all this. I'm pretty sure most of you are dying to know how the actual panel is. Well, this is a 4K panel, which means a resolution of 3840 by 2160. That coupled with HDR support means that the display quality is phenomenal. It's worth noting that there is HDR support too, and the display quality looks great. This is an LED panel and we couldn't notice any light bleeding. The dark inky blacks and punchy colors should make for an amazing video watching experience. The speakers sound quite nice. It seems like there is a setup of 4 speakers with a subwoofer. Impressive the sheer volume and bass level that Xiaomi has managed to pack into this one. Like I said, it's designed a special interface called Patch Wall. Initial impressions, it seems like a content aggregator that has quite a wide selection of regional as well as English content. Sonylive and Hungama come preloaded with the TV, and there is also an option to install other apps. Xiaomi is working closely with a lot of content providers in India to make sure this adds value. Now here's a fun fact, the interface you are seeing is in fact a very heavily modified version of Android 6.0 Marshmallow. This is what Xiaomi is using on the Mi TV 4. It also lets you check out your DTH program info and directly jump to the channel where whatever you want's playing. Powering all of this is a quad-core RAM logic processor that has been coupled with 2 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of storage. Now we're gonna need to spend more time with this TV before talking a lot more about the smart user experience. For me personally, I'm not really impressed over here. It's Android 6.0, but then you focus on how you think it works and all that stuff. So let me know what you think in the comments below. So what I do care about is the quality of the display, and Xiaomi frankly seems to have nailed it here. Another thing that I do actually care about is the price, but since we are covering this too under embargo, we don't have a handle on the pricing. But if I were to hazard a guess, I'd expect this TV to come in under 45K.